Okay, now that we've got our dough that's proved over next to the oven, this is the one with the Glad wrap on. You can see it has doubled in size. We'll take the Glad wrap off. A bit of heat in there, which is fantastic. You just, even smell the yeast. Just smell the yeast in that. Oh, I love it. It's just beautiful. It's heaven. Grab your bit of flour on the board and on your hands as well, because it's still going to be a little bit sticky in there. Slowly bring it off the bowl. Pull the dough out carefully. Get a bit of flour around the sides. Oh, you can feel that as well now. Just put that to the side. Okay, now I've got the dough. Don't play with it too much. Just take it out. We're going to cut it into 4, which you can make your balls out of, or you can weigh it to 200 gram balls yourself. So then if you've got scales at home, bring them in. If not, just cut it into 4. And we're going to cut it nice with a knife. Bring it up. Oh, you can smell the yeast in there. It smells like a bakery shop. It's just fantastic. And what you can do, what can go wrong now is if you got to be careful when you cut it, don't overwork it. Just cut it, keep it simple. Now what we're going to do, guys, we've got to roll, make the balls. We've got to get, sometimes your board could be a little bit too flat, a little sticky. That's where you can get a little bit of water and just sprinkle on there. A little tip for you, because you'll have your bench at home. You want it to stick a little. You try to roll that straight onto the, as you can see, it's not going to roll. Hold your hand like a crab, put your hand over it and start moving it round and round and round. We'll bring it in, because that's where it's starting to get a bit sticky on there. You want it a bit sticky. As we bring it in, I'm going to swap hands because I am left-handed, and start moving the ball around so it shapes like you want a nice round shape like a tennis ball. And that's what they'll be, about the size of a tennis ball. And see, as I'm moving it round and round, and just tuck your hands under a little bit, like that. Again, let's say if I did it from there, pop it in there, go round, turn it over, I'll turn it up that way. And that shapes the ball to a nice round shape, and just keep moving it. Just take your time, don't rush it. Takes about 2 or 3 minutes to roll your balls. And as you can see, starting to shape it in. And you can put a bit of weight on it too. As you go down, put a bit of weight on there, you know. It's your claw. Dig it in a little bit underneath, and that gives the perfect ball. Does take practice, and you can go really fast if you want to, because everyone likes to think they're in a running race. But the better you get out, the faster you can go, the quicker you get your balls done, and the beautiful tennis ball shape. And look at that, another little tip I'm going to give you here. Got your crab claw over you, pick your ball up, still got a little hole in there. You can fix that easily just by squeezing it together. So with your fingers, just gently, so you don't have a hole. So when you roll it out, you're not going to have a hole in your pizza dough later on, and it's still going to prove. They are drying out, the balls a little bit, so grab a damp tea towel. Put just damp, don't make it too, not wet. You know what damp is. And then put it over the balls. That stops them drying out and get a little bit of a skin on there before we put them into the tray, especially while you're rolling. This is one step at a time. Okay, now we grab the tray. You can get some semolina if you've got it at home. Sprinkle on the bottom of the tray before you put the balls in. And that just helps it stops it from sticking on the tray, and also when you cook it in the oven, gives it a nicer, crispier base and helps it cook nice and evenly through. But today we're going to put olive oil in the bottom of the tray. It's fine, you're taking the towel off. The balls are ready to go. Sprinkle olive oil on the bottom, as you can see. With that, it's not too bad. Grab the ball, one at a time, just sit them in the tray. Make sure there's a little gap in there, because they still will prove, and they probably will join up a little bit. You can see you've got a gap between each one. Next step, grab a tea towel, still damp one, and just lie it over the top. So it's not going to dry out too much. You can even drop it down a little bit so they're resting on the balls, that's fine. They can rest up for about 15-20 minutes, and then we're ready to make our favourite pizza. And we've all got that at home. Your kids will have one, mum and dad will have one. So you know your ingredients are ready to go. So 15-20 minutes, and we're about to roll it out and have a bit of fun with cooking our pizzas. Nearly ready for lunch.